Hello, everyone. Thank you for listening and watching. My name is Nefertiti, and you can find my information in the description box below. I am a distance wellness coach. This is an energy update for the week beginning December 16th through December 22nd, 2019. So it goes without saying that we are experiencing a lot of shifts internally, externally. I literally feel like I'm in a completely different space, a completely different frequency. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't still have the same issues that we have to deal with, but I feel like we are really learning to see things from a higher perspective and understand how every experience fits into the whole that is your experience, your human experience, because we have lessons to learn and we have lessons to teach. So I'm encouraging everyone to continue practicing extreme self-care, to honor your sensitivity, right? Sensitivity is a superpower. Being an empath is, to me, if you're an empowered empath, it can be an advantage. It makes you kind of a spiritual badass because you know exactly what's going on. Now you have your own resistance, your own triggers, and that'll determine how you react, to certain energies or to certain situations. But I feel like as empaths, as light workers, as light warriors, on some level, we are always aware of what's going on, even if we can't articulate it, even if we're not really able to put all the pieces together consciously. So I really feel like that ability in us, our sensitivity, our psychic abilities, our ability to tap into other dimensions, higher frequencies and ways of living. These experiences are on the rise and more people are waking up. So I feel like as more and more people wake up and become more aware of the energy, that it's going to expand even more, right? Because our life is only what it is based on what our awareness is. We know that when things only exist because we believe that they exist. They've proven this scientifically in quantum physics, right? Molecules are like 99.99999% empty space, but we know that empty space is consciousness. So the more people wake up, the more energetic frequencies that we're going to have available to us to create in these higher dimensions. So I'm really excited about that. There is a practical side to this, though. A lot of people have been talking about this, a lot of astrologers, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which goes exact on January 12th. But we're in this energy already because Jupiter is there. Jupiter's in Capricorn with Saturn and Pluto. Jupiter is about expansion. Pluto is about death and transformation, death and rebirth. And Saturn is about the structures and discipline. And Saturn also rules time. So these are some pretty heavy weights here in this area of Capricorn. So I would encourage you to look at your chart and see how these energies are going to affect you, because we're really going to be able to see from this point forward, and especially into 2020, January specifically, what is working and what is not working, right? What has become old, outdated, outworn, perhaps even toxic. And this energy is going to help us to identify those family patterns too that no longer serve us. Capricorn is about tradition, and Saturn is about, rules and structures, and these energies that are no longer serving us are breaking down because they were built on fear. A lot of them that are affecting us in a negative way, they were built on fear. Fear has been a very useful tool for the invisible dark forces, and they have many names, right? But this energy of Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter is going to especially focus our attention on money and relationships, the power struggles that go on between money and, an intimate relationship or partnerships. I find it very interesting that money and connection, relationship in that regard, are both governed by the energy of the sacral chakra. So if you're finding yourself with getting overwhelmed with the imbalances, maybe do some sacral chakra work. So we're really feeling like we want to be settled. And I know that's coming in 2020, especially in the springtime when Saturn moves into Aquarius, because Aquarius is about that innovation, the future. So be patient with yourself, be gentle with yourself, integrate as much as you can, take time to meditate, to go within, but above all else, whatever action steps you're being guided to make, to do, please do them, because we have the energy here in this earth sign in Capricorn to really support us. Capricorn is about goal achievement. And, you know, with Saturn here, this could feel a little constricting, especially at the beginning of the year. But I feel like it's for our highest good. And I'll even say not so much constriction, but focus. Let's use that word. We're going to be focused, because things are going to be solidifying and decaying at the same time. That's the nature of the reality we live in, right? Things come, things go. So be open to everything, be attached to nothing, build those new structures in your life, trust your intuition and follow it. Let's talk about the astrology. On December 19th, Mars is going to sextile Saturn, and this is about being determined to exceed. This could be about obsession with someone or something, because this is Scorpio energy with that Mars. But this is also great for making progress with long-term projects. Excellent energy for channeling into workouts and sports and competitive activities. Also on December 19th, we've got Mercury square Neptune. And this could be a transit that causes a temporary lack of clarity or focus. This could bring up a lot of distractions, but look at Mercury square Neptune as kind of understanding that things are not always what they seem. So if you have this long-term goal, for example, and you feel like you're not making any progress because you don't really see a whole lot of results, you actually are. You know, it doesn't seem that way, but you are making progress. Every day that you get up and work towards your goals and dreams, you do something that is going to make you a better person, it's always a good thing. So don't deceive yourself in that way. Continue to do the work on yourself, those things that are going to help you to live the life that you deserve to live. Also great energy for musicians and artists and dancers. It's very creative. On December 20th, we have Venus moving into Aquarius. Venus is about what we love and value, and Aquarius is about friends, groups, and the future, innovation, social activities. So this is great for the holiday season. This energy is unconventional and freedom seeking. So you may be interested in experimental relationships, perhaps getting a little kinky, right? Exploring your fetishes. And friends can become lovers, lovers can become friends. I like to call the Venus Aquarius energy the boo thang energy, the side piece transit. But this is a very fun-loving transit, great for social activities and events. On December 21st is the winter solstice here in the northern hemisphere, summer solstice in the southern hemisphere. And this is the day of the longest night, the shortest day. And I believe every day after that, we get 4 more minutes of sunshine. So we'll start to gradually see more light. And this is also the day that the sun moves into Capricorn. This is an annual event. So we are going to be feeling more focused, but we've got those planets there already, Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter. So with the sun moving here, we're really focused on our goals, our dreams, those long-term projects, building those structures. It's kind of like, okay, I don't have a plan B anymore. It's do or die, right? I've got to make this happen. With the help of my angels and guides and teachers, I am going to make this happen. This is about believing in yourself, paying attention to any insights or ideas that you get, especially ones that are strategic. This could be also an energy where you're feeling a little overwhelmed, right? Because Capricorn is kind of a perfectionist energy, but just be gentle with yourself. Like I mentioned before, right? We have time to do this, time in quotes. We get the information that we need when we need it and we act on it. That's all we have to do. We don't have to get overwhelmed. We don't have to worry about tomorrow. We can't do anything about the past. So stay present and work with the energies that are available to you right now. So on the 22nd, Venus, now in Aquarius, is going to square Uranus. So this is also great energy for celebrations and parties. This is the energy of infatuation too, right? Unexpected events in relationships, love at first sight, if you believe that, the wandering eye, or this could be like you feeling smothered or somebody feeling smothered in a relationship. But you're going to be more attracted to excitement and people that you maybe not normally would be attracted to. Right? So Uranus is a wild card energy. We know that. So expect the unexpected. Also on December 22nd, Mars is going to sextile Pluto. So this is going to be a very passionate sexual day. It's great. Now the Mars Pluto is great for getting a lot of work done, and maybe you're preparing for a holiday party. So you've got good energy here for you, supported in that. Feeling lots of energy for goal achievement, determination, and again, if you're feeling frisky, go for it, right? All right, so like I said, very good energy, very driven, passionate energy this week. So let's move on to the Oracle card. And again, I'm pulling from the Angels and Ancestors deck by Kyle Gray. And the card that came up was Father Sky. And this is a very special card. I don't pull this card that often, but it has a couple of meanings. When I pull this card, the first thing that comes to mind is, of course, God, right? I think it was Wayne Dyer that said, when we are asked to get an image in our head of what God looks like, this is often what comes up: an older white man sitting on a cloud with a beard, right? But this is really about trusting in the universe, trusting that all of your needs will be met, trusting that you're on the right path, trusting that you've always made the right decisions. This card also points to healing abusive, toxic masculine energy. And let's just keep it real. The majority of the abuse that we have experienced in our lifetime has come from masculine energy. Not saying that the feminine can't be toxic, but the majority of it has been masculine. And so I feel like we're being presented with an opportunity to heal that masculine traumatic experience that maybe occurred in childhood. I think about the narcissistic personality disorder. That's definitely linked to some sort of childhood trauma, especially if somebody grew up in an environment where they were constantly trying to please one of the other parents and it just wasn't working. And we have to understand that we can never please anyone if they don't love themselves, first of all, because it's always going to go through their filter of self-loathing. Why should I feel good about anything that you're doing when I don't feel good about myself? And that's really hard energy to deal with. But I feel like we're being asked to examine this, because this could be the one thing holding us back, is this old, outdated family pattern. It's just something that we picked up along the way because we were good, obedient children. We did what our parents told us to do, whether they told us directly or energetically, right? So we need to forgive ourselves and move past this. However, you need to do that. There's lots of healing modalities. When I see this card too, I also look at the eagle, and this reminds me of rising above negativity. If you look up the meaning of the eagle spirit animal, that's exactly what it is. Seeing things from a higher perspective, having very keen eyesight to hone in on your target, and rising above, being able to fly above all the other birds. Well, there's a saying that says negativity can only affect you if you're vibrating at the level of where it is. And I believe that for the most part, but I also believe that we are fated, if you will, to have certain experiences because we have lessons to learn. And we can perceive these experiences as being negative, or I wasn't vibrating high enough, but we could also look at it as, okay, this was a lesson for me to learn, and it had to happen this way. It sucked. I don't ever want to go through that again, but it had to happen this way for me to really get it. All right. So let's move on to the angel number. And the angel number that came up was 2426. And this is another very special number to be coming up energetically, because this is about believing in yourself, not being hindered by old patterns and perceived obstacles, because you have everything within you to overcome them. Again, a lot of events are, I believe, fated, energetically speaking, that we have to go through a certain type of experience in order to learn a particular lesson that's going to advance us on our journey. So be kind to yourself, forgive yourself. This number also speaks to work-life balance, making sure that you're getting rest. And we are going to be very, very busy as we move into 2020. I've been seeing the beaver a lot in my meditation, and the beaver is, busy as a beaver, right? Having a lot of things to do. So I feel like it's going to be necessary for us to specifically schedule time for rest and relaxation, like putting it on your calendar like you would any other appointment. Remove all the distractions and just take some time to rest, to meditate, to nap, whatever it is that will allow you to restore yourself. And you can do this even throughout the day, just taking a few minutes here and there to check in with yourself. That's a practical way to practice awareness, right? Just noticing, I'm here. How do I feel right now? Do I need to go to the bathroom? Am I hungry? What am I thinking about right now? Noticing the sensations in your body. That's all awareness. So pay attention to your intuition, trust the guidance that you get. Let's move on to the crystal. And the crystal that came up was honey calcite. Now you can use any color calcite that resonates with you, because it's particularly good for cleansing and removing negativity from your auric field and from the environment. You can place a piece of calcite in a room and it'll kind of absorb all the negative energy. But honey calcite is good for overcoming abuse in relationships. And I feel like with this Pluto energy here, revealing the misuse of power structures that are no longer working, that are toxic, this stone, this crystal, will help you to identify the toxic behavior patterns in your life. And it's great for removing toxicity that you've accumulated or collected from your environment or other people. Calcite is also good for clarity. So you can use any color calcite at your third eye, and it will give you focus, clarity. What is it that I need to know exactly? It'll help you with major transformations in your life, which is what we are all going through right now on some level. We're going to be touched. Every single person is going to be touched by this Saturn-Pluto conjunction and by all this energy in Capricorn. So I'll say it again, check your chart and see how this energy is going to affect you, because it'll help you to navigate your way through this next year. I mean, we've got a lot of energy. We've got 6 eclipses next year and a lot of retrogrades. So we really need to be tapped in, tuned in, turned on. All right. So thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope this video was helpful for you. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.